This show's been on the air for like 15, 16 years, something like that. Now, you guys, kids know you just as SpongeBob and Patrick. Do you still like get the privilege of anonymity when you go out on the street, or do you have parents come up with children and be like, "Hey, can you do the voice for my kid?"
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
Really?
Yeah, and I was on a TV show earlier, and so people that saw Coach would recognize me, bring their kids up, and yeah, but not a lot. It's not like it's never.
Well, it's interesting you call it the privilege of anonymity, because that is exactly what we consider it. It's definitely a perk to be able to voice these. Act these characters that are world famous, iconic, globally known characters, but you don't have to deal with getting chased through airports and people going through your trash bins out in front of your house and like all this stuff that
no paparazzi.
If we were on a live action show that was as popular as SpongeBob, we'd have to have electric fences and bodyguards, As it is, very few people care.
I think Tom once referred to, and I think it's a great reference, referred to voiceover actors as the carnies of the industry.
Yeah.
And I think there's some truth.
Yeah, it's like I like to call it like invisibly ubiquitous.
Right.
I do a lot of voices for cartoons, like in commercials and stuff. So if people have kids and they're watching TV, they're hearing my voice a lot.
Right.
But they never usually put it together that it's the same person doing all that stuff.
Right.
And, I like that, So, and then when kids might Google around a little bit and find out, and then it kind of blows their minds. Like, oh my gosh, that guy does that and he does that.
Yeah, the closest that ever came to that for me was when the show broke. My kids were in kindergarten and in second grade. And so as the show broke and got popular, then obviously all the kids in this, it was a pretty small elementary school, knew me. And so I'd come and they would, this rush of kids. And that was just fun. They, hey, do Patrick. That was really fun.
Yeah. Like I've had stuff happen where my kids will be watching TV and they're watching a cartoon I'm in, and then a commercial comes on and I'm in the commercial. It's America's most trusted brand. Like something like that. And I go, wow, that's cool. I was the show and the commercial. And nobody knows.
But it's funny because you're right. I mean, children now know you guys, so you have this big, following with children. But then people my age, like I'm in my 30s, you're Dauber on Coach, and you were on Mr. Show, so it's like, I know you both from different things.
And Rocko's Modern Life has like a lot of street cred with that age too. It's funny, like whatever you do, like we've all worked on various projects with varying levels of success from project to project. So you never know how something's going to do. But even stuff that I consider like obscure, I always run into people where that obscure thing was their thing that blew their mind. Some video game that took you an hour and a half in 1995.
Oh, yeah.
Is something that somebody spent months and months of their childhood while they were sick in bed or something playing. And so they've got this relationship with the work you've done.
Yeah.
And it's not always the biggies like SpongeBob. Sometimes it's stuff that I have very hazy memories of.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people that watch The Stand, I did that in
Gargoyle
Street. Or Gargoyle.
Gargoyle's cartoon was like very cultish. And hey, even Mr. Show.
That's right.
I mean, not a real successful show in its day. I mean, kind of kicked around by HBO, never had a real time slot. Nobody ever made any like a good paycheck on that show or anything, but
so you're kind of like carnies.
But it was we kind of were carnies. Yeah, we set up the tilt-a-whirl and clean up the vomit and move on to the next town.
All right, so I have to ask you guys a favor.
We're happy to do it for you.
My editors at Hey You Guys. You guys see the Goonies? Do you know what the Goonies is?
Yes. The Goonies is one of those. Again, people of a certain age. It's like Citizen Kane.
Right.
Yeah,
I watch it and go, this movie's terrible.
They would love to hear you guys say, "Hey, you guys," in the voice of Patrick and SpongeBob.
Hey, you guys?
Yeah.
Together?
1, 2, 3. Hey, you guys! Was that close?
That was awesome.
I don't, because you go into Hot Topic and there's all these Goonies shirts and you go, wow, this movie is a touchstone for people of a certain age.
Hannah loves it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
My daughter.
You guys are great.
Hey man, we should talk to you all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey